Hello, Gemini. We are going to do a love reading for the month of September 2018. For your love story, I think we are going to start out with astrology first. In my opinion, astrology plays a pretty big part in our emotions and how things play out in our lives. With the astrology this month, it's going to be of utmost importance to honor your intuition and quit denying what is blatantly obvious in your face. You have to deal with it. And there's so much direct activity this month. There are so many planets that were in retrograde that are moving direct, that it's giving you the ability to move forward. No more playing the poor me victim status. You have got to stop refusing to listen to your intuition and do what you know you need to do. End those fucking karmic cycles already. You have Mercury, your ruling planet, going into Virgo on the 5th. Saturn is the planet of karma, going direct in Capricorn on the 6th. And then we have the new moon. That is on the 9th. It's in Virgo, which is your 4th house. Family, roots, foundations, your kids. It's also your house of self-care and being aware of what you are depriving yourself of, how long the list is of people that you're putting in front of you. We have a full moon at the end of the month in Aries. That is your 11th house. That's your tribe. It's your hopes and dreams for the future and how those around you tie into that. We also have Mercury going into Libra, and we have Pluto going direct. Mercury is your ruling planet, and this month we are sharing it between Virgo and Libra as we transition. A lot of focus on your home, your family, your tribe, and how all of those elements are going to either assist or impede on your journey into the future and accomplishing your dreams and your goals and your desires. With the astrology in mind, we are going to start out with the letting go card. There are two different versions of this same female. In the top, she doesn't exactly look at ease or excited. At the bottom, on the left side of it, she is clinging to a man who is visibly trying to pull away from her. And then there are butterflies. Transformation. We all know that when the caterpillar thought his or her life was over, that this was it, it's all she wrote, this is what I'm gonna be, he emerged from the cocoon with wings and had this whole new window of opportunity. This whole new toolbox full of abilities and perspectives. The tree is blowing air through the leaves, similar to the winds of change. It's all about how you must learn to let go. If a dog has bitten you the past 33 times that you have tried to pet it, stop trying to pet the fucking dog. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result, right? With all of these planets going direct and this new moon, it's like the ability to have a clean slate and stop with the cycles. Embrace that. Move forward. Your next card is moving forward. Getting ready for positive change. You might not all have a polar bear to ride into the land of optimism, but do you see her? Eyes closed, a crown chakra that is beautifully open, centered, in tune with herself. This card is about situations and events of the past, clearing out and making way for positive change. You have what it takes to keep on trudging forward. Rip off that rearview mirror until you have found the ability to appreciate, to be thankful, to be able to look at the past and say, wow, all of that makes perfect sense. Because if I would not have endured the things that I have, I would not be prepared or be as thankful for these amazing blessings that I'm experiencing now. You cannot let fear hold you back. Then you have Battle of the Blues. This is going to be extremely repetitive, but it is clearly a message that you guys need to hear. Again, take steps toward positive change. When these feelings of sadness and gloom and inadequacy come about, remember that this too shall pass, because it's temporary. After all, everything is temporary. It's like this being your wake-up call to realize that you have let these negative emotions immobilize you for long enough. You have support available, so gather your courage and rise up, Gemini. You are an air sign, so float, drift, fly, do whatever is needed. Positive affirmations are amazing, and they can help you to accept things and understand things and believe in a different outcome. You have to learn to accept compliments. So many of you slough that off or discount it, but the ability to be able to see yourself the way others see you would be such a blessing, because you could see all of the positive that you really do have to offer. In tarot, the swords are air, and they are thoughts. Quite frankly, Gemini, you cannot be that chick in the picture anymore. Stop letting your thoughts hold you down. Simply pull that sword out and use it to start cutting things out of your life that no longer serve you, starting with your self-imposed limitations and how you perceive yourself. So as I was preparing for this reading and meditating on the cards, I began to shuffle. All 6 of the top cards came out at once, and it was pretty clear. Like, all right, well, here you go. That was easy. So I thought, well, let me pull some clarifiers. All 3 of the cards in the second row in the middle came out at once as well. So even though some of these may be repetitive, it's very clear that this is the reading meant for you guys. 7 deadly sins. Sins are the root of all destructive behavior. This card talks about what they depict as their 7 deadly sins. Sloth, which is laziness. Gluttony, the overindulgence. Lust, gratification through sexual acts or your sex appeal. Greed, excessive pursuit or need for material things. Wrath, anger. Envy, discontentment caused by others' good fortune. And pride, as in the form of arrogance. How many times have you signed up or been sworn in, per se, for a second or third or fourth tour? It's like you have put your life on repeat. And my guess would be One of these 7 things, if not in part all of them, have something to do with it. There can be manipulation by, getting somebody to come back to you through your sex appeal, or the wrath of anger that is used, or being envious when maybe that person has found somebody else, or the pride. Oh, I'm not gonna, let anybody else see how I was dumped and they're, moving on and being happy. No. But really, who's winning from all of this? Who is seeing the positive effects? I venture to guess that it's not you, Gemini. Then we move into memories. Cherish the memories of loved ones. So just like lunch meat or sour cream, we all have a best used by date or an expiration date. With those we cross paths with, they all have the same concept as your Kohl's Cash or your Walgreens point. There are specific dates in which they are applicable. They come and go, and we live and love and learn. If you are looking back on your memories of the past because you want to be thankful for all the blessings you've had, fabulous. But if you are looking back on your memories as a form of nostalgia to cloud or to blur out the truth, the obvious need for those situations to come to an end, it turns into a real destructive behavior. The Angel of Miracles wants you to open your heart and expect a miracle. When these coincidences or synchronicities and miracles start to happen in your life, know that your angels are with you. Your guides and your angels help you to navigate as intended, at the pace intended, through divine timing. Trust that your rockets of desire have been acknowledged. Your dreams are being granted as your prayers have been heard. You have not been forgotten about. You can't play the victim status no more. You can want until you're blue in the face, but until your actions start meeting your words, you cannot honestly expect that change to happen. As a clarifier, there is the card of levity. Depending on what state you call home, laughter is the best freaking legal medicine that you can get. And you're being prescribed a sweet hit of laughter. You always have the option to see the silver lining and to lighten up. Or you have the option to be Patricia Pissy Pants and focus on the negative. Nobody benefits from victim status Veronica. Nobody. Then you have initiative. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You've won a huge dose of gusto. Blow your ass out of this stagnation and get moving forward. Move into areas that are yet to be explored in your life. Reach out to those old friends who you've lost touch with. Go on adventures, alone or with someone who is a healthy influence. While you've been busy going in circles, surrounding yourself with these people who are toxic. Yeah, you've learned the lesson, but Jesus Christ, how many times do you have to take the class? While you've been busy retaking algebra for the 18th time, you've either inadvertently or purposefully cut off those friends that you once had, that support system that's always been there. Then you have wait and see. Thoughts love to evolve into assumptions and some grand story based on shit you've allowed yourself to be convinced of. Tell your mental chatter that you're gonna play a really huge round, maybe 2 or 3 of the quiet game. Wait. Simply wait and see. Soon you will see how productive waiting and silencing your mind can be, rather than worrying or saying to hell with it and going back to your comfort zone of toxicity and negativity and stagnation. It's so funny because I have quite a few Geminis in my life, and when this thought came to me as I was doing your reading, I started laughing because this has happened so many times. But how many times have you or someone you know thought about something or someone and gotten completely pissed off over the story that you've convinced yourself of? Someone doesn't show up when they say they're going to. They don't answer the phone when you call. They don't say the same things that they said before. Instantly. Oh, yep, they are cheating. They are with so-and-so. I know they've been talking to this person. Yep, they are doing this, they are doing that, and you are instantly pissed off, and you have zero factual information to go off from. It is those swords in your head that have literally cut off your common sense, your ability to get grounded, and the ability to put your head on straight and say, okay, let's approach this sensibly. Let's approach this from a mature stance. Pull those swords out and acknowledge what is good for you and what is not. Then continue to cut away. There's only one person in my life, and she happens to be a Gemini, but that does not cut off the fat, like those really large chunks of fat on a steak, before you eat this delicious piece of meat. Most of us, I'm assuming, cut off the large chunk of fat that is connected to just say a prime rib. In order to really enjoy your life without biting into one of those slimy, disgusting chunks of lard that are connected to a prime rib, you have to trim it up, clean it up. That is the best analogy I have, because biting into one of those chunks of fat is one of the most disgusting feelings I can think of. And you have been disgusted for long enough, Gemini. To finish out your reading, you have 2 crystals, the graphic smoky quartz and the amethyst. The graphic smoky quartz is going to assist in removing toxic debris in your life. Lack of trust in yourself and other people create these psychological barriers that lie at the heart of your dis-ease. Your self-esteem is low, and it is causing a plethora of obstacles. Heal your soul and your well-being. Healing is found within the darkest depths of yourself. Not anyone, not anything, not any circumstance, not any outside factor. It is found within the depths of yourself. And as long as you are continuing to ignore and push aside the knowing that you need to really look at this and dig deep, you will never be able to really heal your soul and your well-being. Embrace the strength from the graphic smoky quartz. Your next crystal is the amethyst. As we all know, amethyst is all about love. Convenient that it came out for this reading. It also calms the mind, and it balances the extremes. You need to make a conscious effort to overcome this addiction and obsession to negative cycles and relationships. This card says that you need to release the toxic people in your life. Maintain your integrity. Be honest with yourself. What things or people or places or circumstances in your life make you set your integrity aside? What is it that is controlling your life? Why? All of these are such profound questions to ask yourself, and they probably are going to suck to answer. But if you really, really, really want that magical love story, that happy home, that friendship that evolves into respect and love and the most unrequited and the opposite of all of those unrequited relationships you have had in your life, you've got to go through this process first. It's all up to you, Gemini. You and your denial. What are you going to do with it? I hope you guys have the strength, the courage, the desire to really push forward and take the advice from this reading. Your guides have given you such an amazing picture. The astrology this month is going to allow some of the most clear messages to come to you that you have ever received. It's on you whether you're going to listen or you are going to continue to live in your denial. All right. Much love, Geminis. I'll speak to you again.